What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today I wanted to talk about time to kill in Modern Warfare. Since I was fortunate enough to play this game a couple months ago at the Infinity Ward studio, I've had a lot of people asking me, what does the time to kill feel like? Like, which previous Call of Duty game is the time to kill most similar to? And I've been seeing a lot of other YouTubers answer this question, and almost every one of them says a completely different Call of Duty game. And therefore, a lot of people are finding that to be quite confusing. Some people are saying, oh, it feels like Modern Warfare Remastered. Then people are like, is that with or without stopping power? Then there's other people saying, oh, it kind of felt like Black Ops 2's Time to Kill, or Modern Warfare 3, and there's just such a wide variety of answers. So instead of just giving you a subjective opinion on how the time to kill feels, I'm actually going to break down the time to kill values that I was able to calculate with what we know so far based on the gameplay. Now keep in mind, this isn't quite as precise as my testing will be when the game actually comes out with my gun guide series, because obviously I don't have the game to testing custom games and everything like that. I just have to go based on the gameplay we've seen. However, it is really nice in the gunfight game mode because there are health bars at the top, and this allows me to actually know the exact damage that each gun is dealing. So let's just hop right into it, and we're going to start it off with the assault rifles. First off, we have the AK-47, which was a 3-shot kill, at least at close ranges within those gunfight maps. Most likely this will end up dropping off to a 4, and who knows, maybe even a 5-shot kill range at those longer ranges. But just like with all of the stats you're going to see in this video, it is going to be based on close to somewhat mid-range engagements. But the AK-47 was a 3-shot kill, and it had a rate of fire of approximately 550 rounds per minute. The M13, or the SIG MCX that was in the game, this dealt 24 damage at close range, meaning it's going to be a 5-shot kill up close, but it has a pretty fast fire rate at 875 rounds per minute. After that, we have the ASH 12.7, which I'm not 100% sure if this will be in the assault rifle category or maybe even the LMG category, I don't know. This deals a massive amount of damage at 62 damage, which means it's going to be a 2-shot kill up close, but it has a very slow fire rate at 410 rounds per minute. The M4A1 deals 28 damage, meaning it'll be a 4-shot kill range, and this has a rate of fire of about 793 rounds per minute. And finally, we have the 3-round burst assault rifle that we saw, which was the FR556, or the FAMAS. This one dealt 40 damage per shot, meaning it can be a 3-shot or a 1-burst kill. And that burst was firing at approximately 1200 rounds per minute. It was a very fast burst, and therefore, assuming you are getting that 1-burst kill, this has an insanely fast time to kill. So getting into those time to kill values, you guys can see them here. These are the statistical time to kill values, assuming you aren't missing any shots and assuming you're firing at full auto. And we can see on average, based on the guns we've seen, we've got a statistical time to kill of about 200 milliseconds, a little bit less than 200 milliseconds. Moving on to SMGs, for the MP5, we deal 26 damage at closer ranges, meaning it will be a 4-shot kill up close, and this has a rate of fire of 920 rounds per minute. The MP7, quite surprisingly, only dealt 16 damage based on the gameplay I saw, which means it was going to be a 7-shot kill up close. I don't know what was going on with this. Honestly, I triple checked this because it looks like it's wrong. What we saw in the gameplay was the MP7 was a 7-shot kill at fairly close ranges, and it has a rate of fire of 975 rounds per minute. It almost seems like something was broken there because that just seems off to me. After that, we have the AUG, which it does turn out the AUG appears to be in the SMG category, but you have the ability to put on a weapon mod that essentially turns it into an assault rifle. But as far as I can tell, it is coded as an SMG in this game. And that one also had a very low damage at 18 damage per shot, which means it'll be a 6-shot kill at relatively close ranges. Of course, maybe if you're even closer than the gunfights that we saw, you can get a 5-shot kill range or maybe even a 4-shot kill range. But at least based on what I saw in this gunfight game mode, it's going to be a 6-shot kill with a rate of fire of 722 rounds per minute. This means with the SMGs, our average statistical time to kill was 327 milliseconds, which is significantly slower than the assault rifles. Now, like I said, I feel like something fishy is going on with the SMGs here. That doesn't seem right. And perhaps, like I said, we're not actually within the maximum damage ranges for a lot of the gunfights that I saw where I was getting these damage values. But I was very careful with my testing, and it seems like the SMGs in their current state are quite weak compared to the assault rifles. This just brings us to the LMGs. I didn't test the pistols or the shotguns when it comes to this. Shotguns are way too difficult to test just based on gameplay that you can see when it comes to damage and stuff like that. And with pistols, I don't know if they were firing at the fire rate cap, and most likely they weren't in those gameplays, and therefore any stats that I would get from that wouldn't really be relevant. For the M91, it dealt 36 damage, and therefore it's a 3-shot kill with a rate of fire of 650 rounds per minute. The MG34 deals 32 damage, meaning it's going to be a 4-shot kill, and that has a rate of fire of 850 rounds per minute. And finally, the L86A2, assuming you aren't getting headshots, it looks like it'll be a 3-shot kill. I couldn't get an exact damage value for this, and that has an approximate rate of fire of 590 rounds per minute. As a result, our average time to kill in the LMG category is 312 milliseconds. So overall, if we just take an average of these 3 different categories, the SMGs, LMGs, and assault rifles, keeping in mind this is a very limited data set, and also these are extremely rough values, don't take them too seriously, we get an average time to kill of about 277 milliseconds. As far as how that compares to previous Call of Duty games, well, it looks like the closest you're going to get is Infinite Warfare's time to kill. And even then, it's a little bit slower than Infinite Warfare's time to kill, although, like I said, I'm really not confident in those damage values for the SMGs. They just don't seem right. So I do anticipate that the time to kill will actually be a little bit faster than what I calculated today, and therefore, out of any of the previous Call of Duty games out there, Modern Warfare's time to kill seems to be most comparable to Infinite Warfare, which a lot of people are always surprised to see that Infinite Warfare's time to kill was actually the slowest that we've seen in Call of Duty up until Black Ops 4 came around, and then Black Ops 4 just blew everything out of the water because they essentially added an extra bullet to kill for everything. So this time around, with Modern Warfare, we've definitely returned more so towards the traditional time to kill of Call of Duty. It's nowhere even close to the slow time to kill of Black Ops 4. But having said that, based on the values we can see so far, it does appear to be a bit on the slower end for a pre-Black Ops 4 Call of Duty game. And personally, I think this is great news. I don't like it when guns kill just like literally instantly within a blink of an eye before you can even react to the situation. But at the same time, I feel like Black Ops 4's time to kill didn't really work out too well, even though I like the idea on paper. In practice, especially in an online environment, I'm really looking forward to getting back to a more traditional style of time to kill for Call of Duty. Now, there's just a few other things I wanted to mention that I felt fit within the context of this video. First off, it appears for some guns, there are actually different body multipliers. So if you're hitting them in the upper chest, for instance, you may actually be dealing more damage than you would if you were hitting them in the arm. Now, this could actually be due to an attachment like High Caliber 2 in Black Ops 4, for instance, that will give you those extra body multipliers, but I definitely saw that with a couple of the guns throughout the gameplay that we have access to so far. So that's something that could definitely speed up and skew these time to kill values as well. And the last thing I wanted to discuss here is how this time to kill is going to relate to sniper rifles. I've seen a lot of people saying that based on the gameplays they've seen, quickscoping is basically going to be dead. And that is because one of the sniper rifles has a very, very slow aim down sight time, and therefore quickscoping with that one isn't going to be viable. So I decided to take my testing one step further here because I just love getting into really good detail with this kind of stuff. And with this, I was able to calculate the aim down sight times for the sniper rifles, at least the one-shot kill sniper rifles. And the reason the aim down sight time is important with sniper rifles is that's effectively their time to kill when you're quickscoping. The moment you get fully aimed down sight, that's the moment you're able to hit an accurate shot. So with the first sniper rifle we saw, this was the AX50. This is the one that you saw the streamers using a bunch, and there were definitely some quickscopes hit with that. We had an aim down sight time of about 380 milliseconds, which is pretty much right in line with what we'd expect to see with a bolt action sniper rifle in Call of Duty, so nothing really out of the ordinary there. As for that lever action sniper rifle that we saw, this one looks like it's definitely going to be the quickscoping sniper because our aim down sight time is 250 milliseconds, which is very, very fast for a one-shot kill sniper rifle in Call of Duty. Now, I will also point out that this one appears to have a very small one-hit kill area, likely just upper chest, because there was one shot that hit the enemy in the shoulder and it was a hit marker. So this definitely appears to be one of those really high-risk, high-reward, quick-scoping style sniper rifles, where you have the ability to aim down sight very, very quickly, but you have to be extremely accurate with your shots, and if you're not, you're going to be seeing a ton of hit markers. This just leaves us with that final bolt-action sniper rifle we saw. I honestly don't know what this one is called, and I don't even know exactly what it relates to in real life. But with this one, this is where a lot of people were saying that quickscoping is dead for Modern Warfare because it has a very slow aim down sight time at approximately 500 milliseconds or half a second. That is a very slow aim down sight time for a sniper rifle in Call of Duty. It looks like the trade-off to that is it will likely be a one-hit kill literally anywhere in the body, so you don't get hit markers as long as you get the hit. In either case, this one is not going to be a very good quickscoping sniper rifle, but that doesn't mean that there aren't quickscoping sniper rifles that are in this game. So for a lot of the snipers that are panicking out there, quickscoping doesn't appear to be dead for Modern Warfare. It looks like it's still going to be a very viable thing. And for all those people that dislike quickscoping, at least it's going to be a lot easier to deal with than Black Ops 4, because now we have more of a traditional Call of Duty time to kill, which is much faster, and therefore you have a better chance of killing those quickscopers before they manage to get fully aimed down sight on you. But with that, that's going to wrap it up for today's video on the time to kill, as well as the state of quickscoping, as far as we can tell based on the gameplay we've seen so far in Modern Warfare. I'd like to know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on this time to kill? What are your thoughts on the return to a slightly more traditional Call of Duty time to kill, especially compared to Black Ops 4? And what do you think about the fact that quickscoping is going to be viable in this game based on what we've seen? Just let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.